And if you look to your left, you'll see 3 raptors running loose in the brick zone. My name is Will, and this is LEGO Dino Attack set number 7475, Firehammer vs. Mutant Lizards. The set was originally released in 2005 and included 254 pieces. The main component of this set is definitely the Firehammer itself, because it is huge. It's very large, and just to give you an idea of scale, here is what a minifig looks next to it. So, I mean, there's no way he's gonna. It must be very difficult for him to even hop into this thing because it's just so huge. Like, they should have included like a ladder or something. But here's the Firehammer, and it pretty much looks like a Hummer, in my opinion. And the main colors, like most of the Dino Attack sets, are tan and maroon, with some black and gray there. And if you know this set at all, you'll immediately notice that mine is missing a pretty big part, which is the flick fire missile cannon that is usually in the back. And the reason I don't have it is because, well, I didn't really like it. When I originally got the set, I don't think I built that thing, or I don't think I attached it, or if I did, I probably took it off. And you know, I just didn't feel the need to include it because I didn't like it. For the most part, I mean, most of this was still built, but I did have to reassemble some of it, so some of the colors of the pieces are probably not right, but for the most part, I think it's right. I mean, this I just put in myself at 2x4 tan brick in place of where the turrets be, but you know, I think it still looks pretty good without the turret. I mean, I don't know, not a big fan of flick fire missiles. So, let's look at the front here. You can see these grills, like they're kind of like ladder pieces they use as grills for the front. And some nice tile pieces that slope down and give it shape, which is pretty good. And something else you'll notice that's missing from the set, if you know anything about it, is that I didn't put the stickers on the hood or on the sides. I think there were supposed to be stickers like somewhere around here, which is another common thing I would not include in my sets. Like, if some sets include stickers, I just wouldn't put them on because I didn't feel the need to. But for these 2x2 rounded tiles in the front, I did apply the stickers because, you know, those are the headlights, so I felt the need to include those because they make sense, or they seem necessary. But yeah, you can see over here is some engine detailing. I'm just gonna take this thing. There's a look at that. You see some rounded 1x1s on some hinges and just that engine piece in the center. So that looks pretty good. And you can see the hood, or the windshield of those things, made of like 2 large windshield pieces in this smoky dark gray color. And here's a look at it from the side. Not so great. It doesn't look that good towards the bottom because you can see all of this exposed Technic stuff. I mean, I'm sure if you attach some stuff with some pins, Technic pins, and just, you know, add it onto it, you could easily cover that up, but as is, I'm pretty sure they left it exposed, which doesn't look so good. You can see here there's a clip for a radio, and on the other side this light gray antenna. They have this modified plate piece as, I guess, a rear view mirror, although they don't really include an actual mirror or anything. Here, the roof here, you can easily detach, like so. So it just comes off, it's just this assembly of plates. You can see these headlights they include on hinges with the trans yellow pieces. You can adjust those up and down. Well, not really down, but you can adjust them up if you really want to. And you know, that's able to easily come off because it's only held by a couple studs. Here, 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 and it's loose because they have plates there. And you can see inside there is plenty of space for minifigs. You can see the steering wheel is over there, along with a chair. It's supposed to be light gray, but For time's sake, I just got a dark gray one and just put it there. So you can take Viper here, which I'll show you guys later, and you can put him there at the driver's seat. But as you can see, there's just plenty of room for other minifigs next to him on the passenger side. You could probably fit like 3 or 4 even if you really wanted to. Maybe 2 to 3, but yeah, definitely really huge for the minifigs, and it just looks kind of silly just how big it looks in comparison. Like the scale is just weird. So yeah, that's how that's built. I feel like I might be missing some pieces here actually, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, there could be a lot of other stuff missing from this thing, but I think it looks pretty complete. And here on the back, like I said, there should be a flick fire missile turret on the back, which fired 3 lime green flick fire missiles you would flick. But and it would rotate. But as is, there's nothing there, and there's just this big gap. But that big gap was there even with the turret, so, you know, if I wanted to, I could easily just get a big plate piece and just stick it back there to just cover all that up. That'd be fine. As is, though, I actually like to put the Steel Sprinter, that's like the smallest Dino attack set, I like to actually just put it in there. I actually could take this off, and yeah, it actually fits pretty well. So that's just something I do. Like, that's not an official thing, but it works. And you know, maybe if I customize or modify this thing, I can add like a ramp so it could just like drive off. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool like that. So that does it for the, what is this? The Firehammer. I would say. Oh, and there's also these it also has these massive giant tires, if you didn't notice already, and they roll. So, moving on. The one minifig you get in this set is Viper, and he has the same black crash helmet as the other Dino Attack figs have, and his torso has some interesting details there. He has some pliers, and I don't know, some other stuff. For the most part, he's black, dark gray, and as I've mentioned before, I really like the colors. They're just, you know, stealthy, and I think they look good for this theme. No back printing on the head or the torso, as with the other figures. But yeah, I really like these Dino Attack figures just because, you know, they look like they mean business. They look like, you know, action movie protagonists or something. And there on the front, you can see his head printing has like the tinted sunglasses and gridded mouth. So pretty good figure, Viper. Oh yeah, much like my Steel Sprinter set, I'm missing the dinosaurs in this one, so, you know, it is called Firehammer versus Mutant Lizards, so I decided to just throw in some dinosaurs there. I think you got like a black, purple, and, I don't know, like a brown, reddish-brown lizard, or mutant lizards, in the original one. I don't know where mine are, whatever. I don't think they even had any studs, don't quote me on that, but they didn't look very Lego, so I don't think I kept them. So here's some of my own dinosaurs I just stuck in here for fun. I mean, when I was younger, I had this like dinosaur phase, so I have plenty of just, you know, toy dinosaurs that are non-Lego. So, you know, for now, here are just some placeholders. I'm sure those raptors or mutant lizards will turn up someday, but yeah. It's Viper versus the mutant lizards. Or Firehammer versus Mutant Lizards. I don't know, while I'm here, let's just zoom out and just put the Firehammer back here. Get out of the way. I mean, that pretty much does it for the set. You get the Firehammer and Viper here, which I... oh, whoops. You get the Firehammer and Viper, along with the Mutant Lizards. So, I thought it was a pretty good set. Silly flick fire missiles aside. Obviously, I don't think the Mutant Lizards stand a chance against this thing. Probably like run them over, and they'll be roadkill. But you know, I wasn't, like I've mentioned or like I already said, not a fan of the flick fire turret that was included, but that problem was easily fixed by removing it, in my case. Overall, though, I think this thing looks good. The scale is a little ridiculous, just like I said, how huge it is compared to minifigs, but I don't really care. I thought it looked pretty fun at the time, just for those big tires and everything. And Viper looks pretty cool too. Not my favorite of the 3 Dino Attack figures I have, but he looks cool. So, that does it for this set. Leave a comment below on with your thoughts on the set. So what you guys think of the Firehammer, how huge it is, if you like how it looks, you know, what you guys think of the Dino Attack theme in general, I guess. Like or dislike the video, depending on if you liked it or if you disliked it. Do you mind that the set is somewhat incomplete, or do you not really care? And you should return to the Brick Zone. Return to the Brick Zone soon, for more video reviews and stop motions are coming.